we can bring forward not only, let's say, the traditional hydropower, but also the small hydropower. Other questions?
There is another question that just entered from Gary Brennan. Are hydrokinetic energy converters considered in this forum?
Yes, in principle, nothing is excluded. Huh?
Jean-Jacques, you're muted, by the way.
Yes, we discussed this idea, and with RF, we thought that it's a new concept and it could be developed, and we have to do research on that, and we have fruitful application for that.
Thank you, Jean-Jacques. I guess we can move on to the next presentation.
Mm-hmm.
So, Shenja.
So we'll be on strategic action and increasing public awareness. Again, Shenja, together with Janire.
Thank you. So indeed, again, we would like, now we have heard a lot about research and innovation, tracking research, some technical aspects and how they should be worked on. But maybe you are wondering how will this then be used? And we want to today introduce these strategic actions on increasing public awareness to you, because these key messages are then very important to put them also into the framework of the European policies and decision-making process. So our objective with these strategic communication actions that accompany, let's say, the scientific technical reflection is to engage with stakeholders to overcome barriers to hydropower and accelerate indeed the set plan implementation on energy transition, including this topic. And we have identified 3 target audiences that we need to involve and to convince, which is the public, then the policy and decision makers, and of course, without any doubt, the industry. And now I would like to give the floor to my colleague Janire, with whom we are working on this, Janire Garcia from Zabala, who will tell you more about how this will be done on the public level.
Thank you, Shenja. So we are envisaging a communication task force to increase public awareness, as Shenja was mentioning before. In this task force, you can move on. We would like to raise public awareness of the value of hydropower in the society and of the innovative progress of the sector, research and develop sustainable hydro plants. For that, we have several activities and tools. Of course, we will update all the information on the website, which is already available. You can see it there, www.etiphydropower.eu. We plan several campaigns in social media. We already have a LinkedIn account and a Twitter account, which has been ongoing since the previous Hydropower Europe project. And we also plan a catalog of best practices, several newsletters, specialized articles, press releases, and several videos. You can move on. So now we would like to know what can we do for you, because the ETIP Hydropower aims to be an information hub for the hydropower sector. We can inform you about the research in the area, as Lee was mentioning, events or the newest policies that are being discussed. The ultimate aim is to give a voice to the hydropower stakeholders. So we aim to disseminate information from all ETIP hydropower platforms and act as a common entity in relevant fora. So we could, for example, represent the sector as a whole in event publications or any other kind of actions. So now Shenja will explain you more about the yearly hydropower day that we are planning in Brussels. Shenja?
Indeed, thanks, Janire. Yes, so I think all agree one important thing to do is then to focus on information sharing with EU decision makers. So knowing where relevant policies are discussed. And also to have an event, a yearly event where we invite decision makers to discuss with. So this focused information sharing, we have identified several DGs, Directorate General of the European Commission, for example, DG Klima, DG Enna, DG Competition, DG Grow, Environment, Mare, that are indeed relevant and need to be convinced that hydropower should play a more prominent role in the European Parliament. There are important intergroups that we need to more engage with. Also, the PERM reps from the member states are very important, for example, for the transposition of the national climate plans or other directives that need to be implemented, TSOs, DSOs, MEP Water Group and Water Europe, just to name a few that we want to track and we want to have a clear idea and strategy to put through our key messages. Then the yearly hydropower day, I am already happy to invite you. Please pencil in your agendas 25th of April, where we will have our yearly hydropower day in Brussels. It will be an in-person event and very likely streamed online or at least recorded. We have a very interesting agenda that you will very soon get to know. Where we invite high-level keynote speakers from the European Commission, but also from the industry, research and policy makers. It will put a highlight on the added value of hydropower. That's what I can already tell you, and energy storage in the energy transition. And it will also highlight some best practices from member states, to then discuss also with other ETIPs and stakeholders this impact that this positive best practices, etc., could have at the EU level. So how to bring it up and how to best implement it. Definitely a very important event to be. Yes, and these are the two very important points to focus on the public or decision maker side. Now I give back the floor to my colleague Janire.
So we expect the promotion of innovation and best practices for industry, as we already mentioned. So the dissemination of responsible development projects, hydropower projects, will help operators in at least 4 areas: social acceptance, administrative and legal risk mitigation, and financial incentives. So for that, we expect to provide, to conduct online workshops with roundtable discussions like the one we are having now, and we will promote the best hydropower practices. And we will organize some webinars disseminating the outputs of the project of the ETIP Hydropower. So I think that was our last message. So for any further questions, you can contact us directly or via our channels. I will be there.
Yes, and please follow us.
Yes.
On social media. Thank you. Then I will give the floor to the next presentation.
Perhaps,
so we have
Shenja and Janire, I think there is a question. If we can just have a look.
yes, we have some questions actually. How can future research projects collaborate with the ETIP project? So on the one side in the forum, and on the other side also in the communication and dissemination of the.
Yeah, and we can help disseminate the results also, that they are known, let's say, on higher decision level.
Yeah, and also Lee perhaps can provide more info, but I guess also in the mapping of newer and developments of hydro. So another question from Dirk Bassingen. Will ETIP Hydropower try to get a session at the USF? Yes, we are working on it. So we will do our best.
Even not one, we are working on two.
Yes, that's it. We will collaborate with other ETIPs and other initiatives for that. Another question from Martina Campaiola. Is there any planned activity specifically targeted to the general public? I guess that was under me. We don't have a fixed date for now, but there is a webinar foreseen for general public. Another question, sorry. Luke Tavari says, regarding meeting with high-level DG members, how's the coordinating with Eurelectric political positions ensured? That's perhaps for Shenja or Patrick.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed, we also have them at the radar, definitely to reach out to them and collaborate with them. I fully agree. On our radar.
Finally, Peter Stetner, who is the organizer of the Hydropower Day, ETIP Hydropower. Yes, we are organizing this Hydropower Day yearly. Okay, another question from Peter. What is Eurelectric's role in ETIP Hydropower? Perhaps Anton.
Yeah, we are already started a discussion. As we said, ETIP Hydropower will not be a concurrence to ongoing activities or, let's say, other organization. We can try to help to better disseminate messages, to support messages, to bring them higher up. In a way, in a kind of, we can say, a holding structure. So there is a lot of other organizations who are working on the public awareness of hydro, which is very good news. And we can help to bring these messages higher up. And of course, we will not do any action which is concurrence of something which is ongoing, but we will help to reinforce the activities. We are a kind of enabler, as we also always say that hydropower itself is an enabler for other organizations or associations. But of course, this will be discussed closely with any of association, organization. When they are doing activities, we are discussing how we can help them, how we can support them. So that is what we will do in the next future.
I think that's all for now. Thank you very much. Peter has more comments, but I think what he has written will be answered in the last round.